At the wheeling party, Big Chief took a few hard hits and in the process kind of broke some suspension parts. Check it out. So you can see that shackle there all the way folded against the frame, which is not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look more like that one. Alright, so there's the issue. That shackle mount's about to rip off the frame. So that's sweet. So that's pulled forward, which collapsed the shackle. This is how we're going to fix it. Picked up some Barnes full drive, leaf spring mounts, a little shackle mount, some new boomerang shackles, and I got this in a pair. So basically what we're going to do is use the passenger side, since it is not broken, as a guide as to where everything needs to go. So I'll leave that side attached. This side, start pulling those leaf spring bolts, some weight up off the Jeep, and cut these hangers off. Alright, so I think I'm going to take these on in a couple different cuts. There's some rivets that go up in here that are going to be hard to get to. So if I just cut this with the skinny wheel across here, then I can get to those rivets and then cut this rivet off. Should work alright. Alright, that bad boy will go right about there. Center line of that hole, center line of the bushing. So I'm going to weld this together on the bench, and then we'll weld that up there. Get that back bracket cut off too. Alright, didn't get a ton done yesterday, kind of a short day, but today I realized that I ordered these with the 1/2 inch hole instead of 9/16. So I want to get these drilled out first thing and get them painted. That way, as we complete things on the Jeep, we can just get things installed. So I'm gonna run to the drill press, get these drilled out to 9/16 and get them hung somewhere, throw some paint on them. It's like 25 degrees out. I didn't get the shop warmed up, so we'll see how the paint sticks. It'll probably these guys are all painted up. Got this rear bracket cut off, got the frame kind of cleaned up a bit. So this guy will be about like that. Really like how that's going to be kind of a smoother ramp from the frame. and hopefully not get caught on things as much. So I might need to droop this axle down a little bit more and make sure it's out of my way. Make sure I get that right where I want it. First we got to get that little plate welded in here, and then you figure out how to hold that in place. I've got some magnet things that might work. I'll try that. Alright, so I'm going to hold this up just a little bit. That way I got a little bit more of a fillet weld there. And I'm going to try to weld that in solid. So should be pretty good. Alright, got this guy all welded up. Did a double pass on that end. Went ahead and welded the front mount too. It'll look a lot better once I wire wheel it. Still using flux core. Also changed my shirt so I didn't completely destroy my sweatshirt. Got the FR here. Alright, I'm going to try to get this positioned under the Jeep. I'm try to use these little magnets here and see if those will hold or not. Alright, those magnets actually worked out pretty good. So I used framing this little tiny square here off the body mount to line up that hole, and then kind of got it positioned where I want with the magnets. It is just perfectly centered on the frame, side to side. So I'm gonna get that tacked on there, and then we'll get the front tacked on, I think. All right, all welded up. Looks pretty good. Nice thing about all the welding is it's all warmed up, so the paint should stick. All right, I'll get that guy tacked on there, and then let this cool off just a little bit because I can't even touch it right now. And then spray some paint on it. It's coming together. All right. So basically, the bushing hole needs to be in line with this rivet, because that rivet was center line of the mount over there, and it's centered on the frame. So I'm going to tack that guy in there and then weld it up solid, and we should be able to get some paint on this and bolt the driver's side back together. All right, got it all welded up. And throw some paint on there and then start pressing these bushings in. You need to show you something on the bushings. So I have K5 Blazer springs on front of this, and but they're aftermarket and unknown brand. I got them at a junkyard, 3-inch lift springs, and so I just kind of guessed on buying bushings, and this is what I got. But the thing is, these measure like 3 3/4 inches, and all the brackets I got were for 3-inch bushings because they're 2.5-inch wide springs, so it should be a 3-inch bushing. And then the other thing is the rear spring hole is actually a bigger diameter than the front, and these are all equal. I thought about maybe just cutting these down, but since one end is bigger anyway, I think what I'm going to do is rob the bushings from my rear springs, since I'm obviously not going to have time to do that. Are these even the same? Oh, there's 2 different diameters on those too. Interesting. Okay. So I have to figure out, I know one of these fits in there. So I'm going to rob some from my rear spring since I'm not going to have time to do that this time around. And then I'm just going to reuse one set of bushings for the front, and it'll have to be good for now. I think the front's going to be the easiest to replace because I can just flip those shackles out of the way and I can get the right bushings. For the sake of time and getting this thing back on its own weight, that's what we're going to do. Well, I had the paint out, figured I might as well rebuild this whole frame side here. I will get another shot of paint on the brackets, but now let's get this bushing in there. I am going to at least grease it, so I might as well. I actually cut these bushings These are from the junkyard spring. Oh, these are the wrong size. Dang it. All right, I'm less of a fan of this idea because you can see these bushings, when I cut them, they got real thin on the edge, but dang it. Maybe I should just cut those other bushings. Well, the second two turned out a lot better than the first two. When you squeeze it, that center section goes up, so now that's all kind of curvy. But you know what? It'll work just fine. I'm not too worried about it. Plus the shackle's gonna cover like all of that, so should be good. All right, get those pressed in there, and then I got to cut these down to 3 inches. Sweet. Even though there's a cut like that, it's still gonna be better than it was before, so that's all good. Along, pull the axle back, move forward. Whew, man, that was a struggle to get things all lined up. It tells me probably didn't get everything welded on there perfectly straight, but it's all good. It's on there. I like it. It looks pretty good. These are 4-inch shackles and the factory are 3-inch, so I'm going to end up with about a 1/2 inch of lift in the front. Hopefully my pinion angle's good enough. I don't think 1-inch shackle difference is going to make that big of a difference. So I'm going to try to knock out the other side after the kids go to bed tonight. I won't film any of that because you saw it all here, but I'll show you the finished product when it's all setting on its own weight. I like it. Hopefully that point is far enough ahead. I think so. I don't think it's going to droop so far that it flips backwards, but we'll watch it. All right, burnt the midnight oil, got her done, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Boomerang shackles look pretty dang good. It's hard to tell if I got much lift out of it, but I mean, it looks big. Kind of wondering if I need to put a gusset on this rear mount. I don't know, maybe something from here up into the frame a little bit, just to give it a little bit more support, but we'll see. Yeah, they look good. Not quite ready to test it yet. I want to get that rear suspension sorted out before I go and try to flex this thing. I bent one rear spring, so I got a new set. Picked up another set from Pull and Save, and I'm gonna leave the overloads on them this time, see if that helps, and cut down those spring perches on the axle, because I think that was part of the problem why that spring bent. And then put new bushings in the springs. So get that done and we'll be ready to wheel again, which will be really cool. There's some trails I want to hit before summer. Anyway, I'll put a link to all the barn stuff down below. Check those guys out. They make some high quality stuff. If you have any questions on the process, please leave a comment down below. I'll be glad to help you out the best I can. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. See you next time.